Okay, but you won't do the designer. So the end of this story is the guy. He said, "You know what's honestly, I don't even need them shoes that they took from me. It's just the principle. You see these I got on and kicked his feet up at Keon. It was like these is Ferragamo's. And to be honest with you, I be walking on the backs of these. You ever feel like we could be living differently?
Like when like the harsh shit comes, you gotta have a hustle in you. Like you gotta have a little like, alright, this is
Welcome to the Any Last Words Pod. My name is Earl Lonnie Hooks. A very special thanks to everybody that will be joining us today on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, as well as YouTube. Please do not forget to follow us at ALW on Instagram. The God in me honors the God in each and every one of you. Today, the big homie, Austyn Story. Very first time I've ever had to say that last name. How did I get it? That was right?
Yeah, it's Austyn Story.
Okay. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man.
You're very drippy. That's the terminology, correct? I was just asking you about this. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
So, I wouldn't even really consider it, like, me personally, I don't consider it drip.
Okay.
Like, it's just kind of like...
Oh, this is just something you just threw together.
In a way.
Okay.
I don't really put in too much effort.
Okay.
It's just kind of like, all right, we got to put on a shirt, you know?
Well, yeah, we got to put on a shirt.
And then we got to put on some jeans.
Okay.
What's a good shirt to go with the jeans?
Now again, these look like legging material, but does that come in the jeans?
No. So what I did, because again, I told you I thought it was going to be cold out. So what I did was I put my long johns on. That just so happened to be gray to go with the accents that go with the shoes I'm wearing. And then I had the ripped jeans on.
Okay.
And these jeans they're ripped in a particular way. They're skinnies, but I got them cut at the bottom so that they
so
sit
that
on
they
the
give
pants
you a little...
correctly. Yeah.
And you cut them?
Yeah, I physically cut these jeans. Like,
okay. How often do you alter your own clothes?
I don't touch the tops. Like, I don't touch any of the tops.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'll really probably alter is either like the bottom of the jean, depending on what I need at the point in time, based on the shoes that are in the rotation. Yeah.
Do you even know how you sound when you say things like that? You know, it just depends on the shoes in the rotation. You know that most people, like a lot of people don't talk like I would never be able to say anything remotely close to that.
Honestly, I don't.
Yeah, it's just who you. Okay, so let me tell you the difference between what you're doing, which is natural to you, and what is easily someone trying super fucking hard to attain, I don't know, kudos or fucking thumbs up from whoever it is he's telling. Keon's telling me about a guy that came into his job the other day, and something that, whatever the transaction was, the guy was supposed to hand in his ID. Keon's like, "Sir, can we have your ID?" And the guy is like, "You worried about my fucking ID? What y'all need to be worried about is whoever's running around these units stealing shit. Cause motherfuckers is coming in here, niggas don't store at least 2 or 3 pairs of my shoes that I got in here." Okay, that's fine. But sir, man, have your ID for whatever it is that with the transaction is. So this guy, now I don't know these shoes. Maybe you know these shoes. Do you know what Ferragamo's are?
Ferragamo, yeah, it's a designer brand. Now, when I wear my shoes, I always kind of joke about this, but like, no, yeah, I still wear them Jordans, baby. Like, I only wear, like, I wear Nikes. Like, I wear like regular. I mean, they might be rare in a sense or something like that, but like, I'm not going to ever probably wear like high fashion footwear.
Oh no?
Nah.
Why not?
Well, I mean, everything is like, it's kind of to my roots. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up this way. It wasn't like, oh, one day I was in school, I was in college, and I was like, I want to dress different. Mm-hmm. You know, that never happened. It's always been like, shit, whatever the fuck I put on today, that shit gonna go crazy.
Okay.
And that's been that way since I was 8 years old, like a baby. Like,
so you were dressing yourself from that point?
I was dressing myself at like 6. I was 5 or 6. I was like, no, mommy, I want jeans. Like, I want these kind of jeans. Like, no, mommy, like, but it's funny because it's their fault. So growing up, you know, all the other kids, they had the fucking, the lights on the bottom of their shoes.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Velcros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm over here tying my motherfucking shoes, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, this is whack. I'm like, yo, I don't, bro, you know, when you 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years old, bro, you don't give a damn about no Michael Jordan.
No, you don't.
Shit, you got me tying these shoes, bro. You know what I mean? Mike, put some lights on these bitches, bro. Put some.
Yeah, because that was cool to kids. Light shit that would just glue.
So I'm over here again, not knowing, because I'm a little kid, but I'm over here probably a little similar to what I got on right now, but quote unquote dripped out. And I'm over here looking at the dude with the Buzz Lightyears on, like, yo, I need those. I was trying to give me some of those. And what I never forget, I dead ass asked my mom, I'm a little baby, like 5. I had to be like 5, maybe 6. Maybe I was 6 because I think I had the Jordan 14s.
Wow.
White, black. Yeah, original pair. So this was like 1998, 1999. Damn, I'm aging myself. Let me chill out.
It's going to happen regardless. Trust me.
Yeah,
Trust me.
It's all good. I think I'm at a good age.
We'll get there. We'll talk about that.
So I walk up to my mom. I'm like, Mom, can I get some Velcro shoes? And she looked back, boy, no, you ain't get no goddamn Velcro shoes. You got to learn how to tie your shoes. So it was like, I didn't get those type of shoes because they wanted me to know how to tie my shoes. Like,
okay.
And so ever since I was a kid, I have always wore Nikes, Reebok, athletic footwear, basically.
Yeah, I mean, so they still just wouldn't. So there were no like Spider-Man or Ninja Turtle shoes that came with shoelaces. Like they was all just like slip-ons.
I mean, maybe they were. Maybe,
but she wasn't having it.
But it wasn't. Yeah, like I never had the Spider-Mans. I mean, you know what I'm saying. My nephew got I think I got my nephew the Miles Morales.
Spider-Man. But you did that for the culture. Oh, okay.
You know
they're still Jordan.
Yeah, the Spider-Man Jordan 1s because Miles Morales wears Jordans. You know, so I think I copped them those. I can't remember, but so like, yeah, you know, for the most part though, like I've always been in like athletic football.
Okay, but you won't do the designer. So the end of this story is the guy. He said, "You know what's honestly, I don't even need them shoes that they took from me. It's just the principle. You see these I got on," and kicked his feet up at Keon. It was like, these is Ferragamo's. And to be honest with you, I be walking on the backs of these. It ain't even like that for me. These is $1,000. And so there, I guess, so right now, this sort of shame or discouragement that you're showing right now is because I think what's going on in you is that type of person makes you look bad, or people like you that take your physical appearance up on a high pedestal.
Yeah, like, so I don't know this man, so I'm not, you know what I mean? He was in a heated moment. So maybe like he just like he was out of his character because he was upset about something. Okay. So you know, when people are taken out of their character, they upset about something, and you know, it would probably, for me and you, it probably wouldn't have been a back and forth like that. But it, you know, it's just like a girl trying to get you out of character, and she's like, you know, well, this, and this, and then maybe he was just feeling like, well, fuck that, I got this, and this. Yeah. But yeah.
So when was the last time you felt like someone took you out of character, and in order, like your response to it was, let me show you what I have that you don't have?
Look, if you find out how I get down, cool. Like, cool. But like, I don't need to let you know, because that's not why I'm stepping out like this. You know what I mean? Like,
so that was the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't step, but we in here right now, this is what someone is going to wear to St. Yves. Like, this would be somebody's like, I'm about to, you know, turn up and I got to get a pick in this outfit. Yeah. I don't got to get a pick in this.
You just in my apartment right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Our boy, A Boogie, he has a new song. He has a new EP out, by the way. You got to listen to it. But in there, he has a line where he kind of addresses that, where he's like, yo, like, I'm fresh even if there's no cameras in here.
Okay.
You know,
so you definitely adopt or have adopted the phrase "look good, feel good." That's how you feel.
Yeah, I think part of it is look good, feel good, but part of it is just like, you know, the shit that I buy, obviously, like, is for a reason. Like, I don't buy like a particular outfit. You know what I mean? Like, I buy pieces.
Mm-hmm.
This is a piece. This is not a shirt that goes with these pants that go with this shoe. This is a shirt that's going to go with whatever jeans I feel like putting with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And then the shoes is going to go with the whole fit.
Okay.
But like, I'm like now it's a big thing, especially with the younger generation. What they do is they feel like if they got to pick in this shirt, they can't wear it no more. So what they'll do, they'll have the off-white shirt and they'll sell it from like OfferUp or something like that, Poshmark, something like that. They'll sell the shirt because they want to get a new shirt. And they feel as if like this is over, like this has already run its course.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yo, I knew that bringing you here and having a conversation, I was going to be taken completely out of my, like I was going to have to enter your world. Like I'm going to learn about a whole bunch of shit that I have no idea about because you see me in here with some fucking,
but that's you though, you know what I'm saying? That's completely fine, which is why, like, I think it comes to where we at in kind of society and stuff now. Like, everybody feels like what you got on is like what you are, or like how, you know what I'm saying, materialistic. If with this outfit right here, I'm considered materialistic. If you took a picture of me without me speaking and you were like, who is this guy? Douchebag, hype beast, this, that, all of that shit. Now, I don't give a fuck because what you want me to be in a button up? You know what I mean? Like, what you want me to wear, bro? You know what I'm saying? You want me to, you know what I mean? Like you want me to fuck around and go to the club with the same clothes that motherfuckers go to work in? I'm supposed to have some slacks on? Nah, motherfucker, I'm getting busy over on this side. We gonna be fresh. But it doesn't matter if it's my sweats too, because like my sweats are quote unquote like, they're cool. But like people don't know, bro, I wear them sweats when I'm at like work. Like I wear them motherfuckers at work.
And this is something that you see in your future, correct? I think this is something that we talked about, I think the last time you were here. Fashion.
Like, yeah, like I'll always probably have a passion for fashion.
Bars.
unintentional bars. But like I'm trying to figure out how to move in that like area.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that because that's a little bit of what we talked about last time you were here, and you were very passionate about that. And let's get into the passion. RJ, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if he's ever told this to you, but every time I talk or we talk and your name comes up, he draws some parallel between you and I. He's always like, honestly, like y'all just the same nigga from different universes.
Yeah.
And I think that that's very interesting. All he's trying to say is that you have an undeniable passion about things that you care about. Yeah. And it comes out very easily when you start talking about things. And the same for me. Aside from that, I don't know exactly I don't know if he's even, I have asked him and I'm pretty certain aside from that, he's not drawing any parallels. I think it's just that thing.
It's just the passion part.
Yeah, exactly. So, what you were in here, you were pacing back and forth last time we talked about it. Like this was something that was heavy on your mind.
Yeah.
And so where are you now in regards to how you're trying to move in the fashion world, what it is you're trying to do, the vision that you have?
So honestly, now I think it's a situation where I just want to make sure that it's always like organic.
Okay.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, for sure.
Like original, like it's just always like, it's not like planned, really. You know, just like my outfit's not planned. I wake up this morning like, oh, I'm gonna put this together.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, if I wear nice clothes and I so happen to take a picture that day and I post it and it's cool. Or like, you know, if I run into somebody and they so happen to like my aesthetics and they want me to wear a hoodie or something or a hat, cool. You know, I honestly like, I got a perfect example, I guess. Wait, what was the question again?
Well, is that what this hat is?
Well, I mean, I got a story behind it. What was the question again?
Just pretty much asking you about how you feel about the navigation that you have today.
Okay, yeah. So, I just feel like I'm just gonna let it come to me. In all honesty, like I think like if I just have fun enjoy my life, and I'm taking pictures, it's going to work itself out. And it's just kind of like, I'll figure out like, okay, how should I go about this? Like, I don't know necessarily if I want to, like, I definitely don't want to be a designer. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't think I want to spend, you know, all the hours it takes to sell clothes. You know, I don't know if I even really want to market somebody else's brand if I don't like that person, you know, just for a check.
Right.
So I just think like, if I just stay the course, go shopping, do whatever, I think it's just going to click in my head one day like, oh, okay, this is how we should move.
Okay.
Whether that be, you know, not, I don't want to say like an Instagram influencer or something like that, but just like, you know, people want me to take pictures for them in their clothes, or whether that be like, you know, someone's just like, hey, yo, like, you know, I think you should rock this. Like, can you shout out my brand or whatever? Like, if it's something like that, all right, I'll do it. But I probably like, that would probably be the avenue that I end up going down if I end up going down any avenue.
Yeah.
You
okay.
know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Trying to keep it as organic as possible. Make sure you're having fun. You're doing it for all the right reasons. The reasons why you started doing it in the first place, just because it made you happy to do it. And yeah, because that was a huge part of our conversation last time, was this quote unquote selling out, right? Like that was a whole lot of it. Now, in the same vein, but also in a different lane at the same time, you, like most other people that come on this podcast, ask me beforehand, do we have topics? Like, what's going to happen? Are we going to let it fly off the top? Like, what the fuck is going on? Then even before we started the recording, you're like, all right, well, like, do you have faith in you, or do you have faith in me that this is going to go well? Like, what exactly, what is the balance between those? Is it 50-50? Is it 40-60? Is it like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So you were just talking about staying the course, making sure that you're doing things for the right reasons, and things come to you, right? There's this book that I've read and I've talked about on here before called The Art of Public Speaking.
Yeah, you talked with Muhammad about that one.
I'm certain I did. I'm certain I've talked about it a couple of times. So something I've always been proud of is being able to get up and do what they say is extemporaneous speech, or they call off the top of the head. What's funny about it is most people believe that doing that is the lack of preparation. And in this book, they talk about how that form of speech requires the most preparation, because you can't just get up there and have nothing really to say. It's called reserve power. You don't take a trip somewhere and just have just enough money for just enough gas to get to that place. You need some extra money with some extra gas. So you can get some extra food, some extra things, so you can be good. If for any reason anything happens, you got to take a different route. Oh shit! Now it's going to be a few miles longer. I wish I had some more money or some more gas. So the whole point is, as I'm going through life, I'm constantly picking things up. All I'm doing is constantly picking things up. In every conversation I'm having, in every interaction I'm having with anything, any experience I'm having, I'm constantly absorbing data and information.
Yeah.
And then it's just churning in my head in various, very creative, imaginative ways. And then we come on the podcast and it's just there. The cream rises to the top.
Right.
It just happens. So I think that that's in the same vein as what you're talking about. As long as you just continue to live your life and have fun and enjoy yourself and be present and do what it is you're supposed to be doing for the right reasons, the rest sort of comes. And it doesn't come in some sort of like mystical, you know, different universal sort of law ways. Like it comes to you because you have already made the decisions to do the right things when the opportunity comes to you.
Right.
You've already made that decision in the past. So when the opportunities come, one, you can detect them. And then two, then you can say, yeah, I'll take part of that opportunity. Yeah, I've actually already been trained on this. I've already done all the hard work. So I'm ready to go. There was on the J. Cole album, I think it was Punching the Clock. I forgot what NBA player, because I wouldn't fucking know, but what NBA player he had talking, but he was saying these moments are taken care of on off season.
Yeah.
These moments are taken care of way before that comes. When y'all see us clutch in the game, that's something that was taken care of long time ago. is because we was in there cooking in the gym, working hard. And it's those people, that's what makes the difference. Who was in there working and who wasn't.
Mm-hmm. And that mentality, like that mentality is something that like has bled into everything like in my life now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, as a young kid, you got dreams of winning a hoop and, you know, make it to the league and stuff, all that. But you gotta work for it. You just can't wake up and, all right, let's go. We hooping. I'm this dude. I'm nice. And you fail at it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. It's like, oh, a lot of people like, dang, you failed high. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I failed. That's cool. That's fine. But like you said, you're prepared. So when you fail, I failed at basketball or whatever. Well, now I know it's not the end of the world to fail, but I also know work ethic. I also know what it takes to even be half as good as, you know, one half of it that can't dribble the basketball at all, but then can't even sniff a motherfucker's socks who made it to the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it's whatever. Like, it's levels to this shit. But at the end of the day, work ethic is work ethic. Like, the talent gonna come out regardless. But, you know, being prepared, even if you ain't got no money and you a businessman and you got no bread, but you was studying and you was figuring out like, all right, well, if I do get money, this the first move. This is the second move. I'm going to be prepared for if this happens. Cool. Now you might get that because, let's say you came up with a great idea and it got taken from you. Like someone took your idea for you. And had taken. Yeah. Sorry. My mom hates when I say tooken. She hates it. I bet. So I'm trying my best to get that correct.
All right. Shout out to moms.
Yeah. So, you know, you're going to be heartbroken because it's like, yo, I just came up with this whole blueprint. I had this crazy idea. We had everything correct. And this dude said he was going to give me money to fund it. But why the hell would he give you money to fund something if he has the money? Yeah, you got the idea, but it ain't patent because you don't got no bread for lawyers. You can't do shit. But he can do everything because he got the bands.
Yeah, for sure.
So he takes your idea, big bank takes little bank. All right, but that's fine. If you don't give up, move a different way. Go ahead, get your bread a different way. Go ahead, and then when you get to a certain number, the number that you thought you needed before, go ahead and do what you wanted to do. Whether that is creating your own company for sneakers or shirts, or, you know, whether it's a different industry, a different field, you know, producer might have stole your song, you know, now you got to get studio time to create a new one. Same situation. It's a template. I like to consider it like a template, you know, and it's a template for life. Like, all right. And that comes, I guess it comes with failure, you know?
Yeah, no, see, me just wanting to be a better person and talking on this podcast all the time about being a better person, a more noble, honorable person all the time. It just makes sense in the long run, because even when you say big bank, take little bank, somebody might really think if they got bank, that is a business move. That's just a real business strategy. Like, you know, I mean, maybe that's within business ethics. Maybe it's not. I haven't taken that class. But what I'm thinking is, you're right. That person that was the creative, they're the creative person. So they're
got the most value.
Exactly. So they're always going to be able to churn out more. That's always going to be there. So I don't understand why you wouldn't just want to work alongside this person.
Quick buck.
See, that's the short-sightedness.
And everybody is on to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that all business people.
No.
Right. You know, it's just there's snakes, and that's how they make their money. But then there's going to, you know, you're also going to see somebody that was like, yo, nah, this kid is special. We're going to keep him. I'm going to make sure that he becomes something.
Okay.
You know, and, I like to think like as I get older and, you know, more established in life and everything like that I'll be on that side where I'm looking at these kids and I see how special they are. Maybe they got situations, maybe they need a little bit of help, but we there and we going, you know what I'm saying? We going to make sure you get through this on the other side. And, you know, there's a other way to live life, and there's more to life than what you even know. But they don't know what they don't know, especially if they're young. So just kind of getting to understand them and, you know, even looking like them sometimes, it helps. And that's the end goal. And, you know what I'm saying, in the long run is just to make sure that, you know, you being resourceful and helping others, but especially, you know, the young youth that needs it.
So, I mean, in combination with me just hearing you speak about the things you're speaking about, the way that you're speaking about them, in conjunction with what it is you want to do, am I correct in that you went to university for communications? Did that happen?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And yeah, like I was originally because like that school was big on sports. So like I wanted to be in sports journalism, and in sports journalism,
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. They teach you, you know, to have no bias. Like the real sports journalism is like, you're not supposed to have bias.
Real journalism. Yeah.
And like I can be a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, but when I'm talking to you about sports, my bias got to be out of it. I have to be able to say, yeah, this rival team is good at this thing or whatever it is. Or yes, the Cowboys are bad at this thing. It can't be me holding on to my love for my team. I'm not protecting my team. If they want to be protected, they need to just win. That's the only protection they got. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Just win. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, it's just kind of like, you know, I guess, yeah. Like, I just want to make sure that I can look at somebody and be like, yo, he's fresh as hell. You know what I'm saying? And not, oh, he not fresher than me. What? You see these right here, girl? You see what these is?
Yeah,
they ain't got this shit. Like,
that's insane.
That's goofy. You know what I mean? Like,
super goofy.
It's so goofy. And like, shawty, bro, she might know, but odds are she don't know. She does not know. She don't know.
Wait, what is exactly does she not know?
Like, what is considered fresh or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what, so I mean, okay, well let's go on this tangent.
And I'm not saying that all girls love fashion, but to say that like a girl can decipher what we got on if we're in the same place is ridiculous. The lights is on, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much stuff going on. She's not analyzing like, all right, what's this brother wearing? What kind of jeans he got? You know what I mean? It's not like what kind of shirt. Like we only talking to dudes with Bape shirts on tonight. It don't go down like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yo, be you and have your fun.
Okay, so all right. So first the communication started because you wanted to be a sports journalist.
Yeah. And
did you find, and clearly the things that you learned and it spilled out into the other ways that you do things in life in general, but is there still something that you would like to do with communications necessarily, or?
I mean, I think just communications needed in like your daily life.
Right.
So right. I mean, I think it helped out. I don't think I need to be in like anything really communications, but like I'm glad I took those fucking courses. Okay. You know, I'm glad I learned what I learned, and you know, like I think it helps out in regards to emotional intelligence. Okay. I think it helps out in regards to being able to communicate and try to understand somebody else's side. But I don't think that I need to be in that field, no.
Okay, and speaking of being in the field, let's talk about these women for a second in communications. So, yeah, when you're saying that they can't necessarily, or maybe the women that you're around, decipher exactly what it is people are wearing and what the different tiers of drip is, right, or are. What is it when you're speaking to women that you feel like you're looking for? Because I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, cause you in my ears. Well, I'm thinking.
Like I'm loud? Or,
no. Oh, okay. Well, I'm thinking if that was something that a woman that I was trying to procure the interest of was even remotely curious or concerned about, I should say, that wouldn't even be, I would not be concerned about her. Like, right. That wouldn't even be something, but so now we're talking about values aligning, I guess.
Right.
So does that matter to you that they care about what it is you have on or not? Like, what is it that you're looking for them to look for? Like, what values in them are you looking for?
I mean, I don't have a idea in mind necessarily. Like, I think it would be cool for real. Like, I do think it would be cool if this girl walked up and was like, yo, like, okay, I fuck with what you got going on. And they like, we was talking about kicks and shit like that. Like, all right, that's cool. You know, but it's not like, oh, I need a shorty that knows what the fuck, you know, what I got on. Like, she need to appreciate what I'm wearing. Like, that's not what we bought it. Or that's not why Austyn bought it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, Austyn bought this because he wanted to put something together.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm just gonna hope for the best when I step out that I look decent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a, oh yeah, I'm looking for this girl that is cool and knows this. Like, I mean, I would like for us to have some common shit in mind. Like, I would like for us to, you know, both maybe have jobs. I would like for us both, you know what I mean? I would like
have a job. Yeah.
I would like for us both to, you know, maybe listen to the same music, or her even like put up with my shit. Like, you can put up with my music or whatever, but then like whenever she want to listen to whatever she want to listen to, like, I'm all right, let's go, let's get it going. And like, I don't mind that, because a lot of people might not believe it. I'm open to whatever.
Okay.
You know? So
and this is going back to you thinking that people are marginalizing you because of however you come off.
Right.
And what are these things exactly that you say would deter someone from understanding who the real you is? The clothes you're wearing, right?
I mean, it would just be like, if it comes off naturally materialistic, it's just like, okay, well, he's materialistic, you know? But I mean, I like nice shit, you know? But at the same time, like, I can live without it. Okay. And I don't need it all at one time. You know, it took, like, if like, let's be real, somebody's going to think that this shirt might be new, but it's like, yo, it took me, I got this shirt a long time ago. I just got these shoes a few months ago. You know, I got these pants whenever I got these pants. And, you know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't know, there's no timetable on it or anything like that.
Okay. So, all right. So you're not looking to necessarily achieve any sort of level of monetary status or financial status by age, whatever, mark, whatever of your life. Are you so, cause I think I remember that a little. Are you sort of, because I think something I've heard a lot from you and just our generation in general is get to the bag.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's, yeah, I definitely think that, but I've done a lot of things to quote unquote make sure that I'll get to the bag, you know?
Okay, I get it. These are the prior decisions made.
Yeah.
Right? This is the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I don't want to say that, but yeah, the bag is coming.
It's when preparation meets opportunity.
Right. And it takes time. If I would have, but my whole mindset, like my whole entire life was like, if I would have quit, then that's just it. I just quit. Never made it. Never gonna become shit. Like,
yeah, that's always my thing. It's like, what's the alternative?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I never forget one time, like some, you know, girls, he'd be mad, upset at you. And like, I was probably 26 at the time. Yeah, I was 26 at the time. And she was like, you're almost 30, da da da. But like in my head, I was like, shorty, like, but I'm not 30. Like, what if I pick my shit up by 28? Like, if I pick it up by 28, or like, if whatever I'm doing, if it hits by 28, what does it matter that I was almost 30 when I was 26?
But yeah, this is a very unidimensional way of looking at the world. Like, it's very just unsophisticated. I mean, what was even the conversation exactly?
I guess she was probably like, I'm not saying she didn't have a reason to be mad or upset. She probably had a reason to be mad, and it probably was a sense of immaturity. But like, just the way that I said it, it's like, yeah, I guess maybe I'm almost 30, which I don't know what that number means, but for a lot of people, you know, it's like, oh, if you don't make it by 30, you're not ever making it or something. I don't really know what that, like, where that came from. I think it's just like people, like young people on young people shit. And it's like, when you in your 20s, you apparently, like, that's what you're supposed to enjoy. But it's like, okay, yeah, you probably supposed to enjoy your 20s, but you got a life after that. So you should probably get a little bit of bread for that, for that part of your life too. You know what I mean? If you didn't get it in your 20s. So I don't know. I never really, like, I realized over the years, like, I probably don't have the same mindset towards things as people do. But I do think that comes from just like a little shit at home. Like my parents not letting me get the light up sneakers.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, you gonna tie your shoes. You know what I'm saying? And then just like the preparation when it came to basketball, my pops was like, no, you don't run up to the line, you run through the line. Hate it when he fucking fucking said that.
Yeah,
shit.
You gotta finish it all the way through.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like that, but it's a way of life. The way you play this sport, the way you approach this game, the way you approach something that you're trying to become or, person you want to be, you gotta approach it like full charge and you really gotta like put everything you got into it. And even if you fail, you did all of that preparation like you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, you know the steps now. Mm-hmm. So you just have to have enough energy. You just have to muster enough energy to go through that process again at the next endeavor until you get to where you need to be.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I remember when I was watching Kevin Hart do an interview and he had just gotten out of that car accident. Mm-hmm. I think it had been some time after that car accident, and he was saying that the doctor told him, Kevin, had you not been in the gym working on your core the way that you were, your body would have snapped in half. Had you were a millimeter. Had you not been as strong in your core, you would have never walked another day in your life. And so that has been instilled in Kevin's mind. I'm getting ready. What you getting ready for? I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Right.
But I'm getting ready.
Right.
I'm getting ready for it's gonna happen. Things are, as long as I continue to breathe and walk this earth, things are going to happen. And I need to make sure I'm in the best mental space when it happens.
Right.
Period. And so how are you doing when it comes to like the mental space that you're in? Do you feel like recently in life you've been in the best, like you're doing best with your emotional regulation and you're in the best mental states to be handling yourself when these, I don't know, hardships come at you, when the opportunities come at you?
Yeah. So, yeah, like the emotions and all of that stuff, it did take me a very long time to like get it completely under control. And, I think when I was younger, my whole thing is like, yo, why would someone want to be disrespectful to me? You know what I mean? Or like, why would someone want to get me out of character or that? But it's just kind of like, I'm never going to get that question answered. You know what I mean? So stop asking it. Someone out there wants to get you out of character, whether that be for their own satisfaction or just because they just straight up don't like you, whatever it is, someone's out there is trying to do that and you can't control them, but you can control my actions. So yeah, like that's something that's really big for me now. Like just no matter what, like you gotta be cool, like no matter what. And when it comes to working hard and being prepared to try to become successful, is just kind of like, all right, this is what we have to do today. Whatever we got to listen to be motivated, that's what we're going to do because this is getting done.
Oh shit. So what we doing? What we listening to?
Man, you already know. Like this is kind of funny because I knew this was going to come up. I mean, if you want, man, I'll show you. I don't even know.
Because I'm saying, because I don't know if like morning time is different from like wind down time at the end of the day. Or
yeah, this is a topic. This is actually a good topic, man. I remember you and Mo, y'all was talking about Future. Now,
yeah, buddy. Yes, we did.
So for the people that do know me, they know that I am like the craziest Future fan. Like not craziest fan, but I listen to him. Like I got 91 hours or something like that of Future. I'm trying to find a rundown. Okay, so this is like the top 10 artists, I guess, or whatever that I listen to, right? So it's 91 hours of Future, 57 hours of Lil Durk.
Damn, it's crazy that it from number 1 to number 2 drops that much for hours. That's crazy.
So Lil Uzi Vert's 39, The Weeknd's 35, Lil Baby's 33, Drake is 33, Tory Lanez is 25, and then Youngboy is 21.
Okay, so all right, so there's definitely some trends here.
Right. And now the trend that you would say, or like the obvious person but I'll get DMs, like that's toxic. Like you're toxic. Like,
wait, you said you're getting DMs?
Like I was like they were like giving me, like when I posted it on Instagram, like they were like, yo, like you toxic as fuck, boy. God damn. And I'm like, yo,
damn,
what you
people
mean?
are damn, they're actually messaging you with that? That's damn.
And I'm like, hold on, like what? Like but again, it goes to where, I have my own thought process, and I do, like I'm beaten by my own drum. So I don't see what everybody else is seeing or I'm not even hearing what they're hearing.
Yeah.
So
right.
And it was funny because you even asked Mo, and he kind of like, you know, I don't know how many hours of Future he listens to. Probably not no 91. Probably like 25. Not. You know, it's a good amount. You know what I mean? Average amount. But yeah, like I listen to Future not because I think he's toxic and I don't like women or no shit like that. But I think he's one of the most hard-working people in his craft. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think that he works. Mm-hmm. I think that he's motivating. Like, I think that, like, he had to deal with days like what you talking about where shit wasn't going right. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Stay in my zone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Fuck it. Never stop. Whatever the situation is, he's just gonna keep on going. And he did it until he became this star. Like Future wasn't bona fide superstar at 21 years old. Future became a star at 31, 32 is when he became a star. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about when he was in a rap game and he was doing his thing and like me and Muhammad were fans of him. I'm talking about when it was the Future that
he was a household name.
Yeah, like that toxic Future. So it like stuff like that is like, I don't see it the way that y'all see it. I don't go to fuck Future can't, bro. Future not gonna answer no questions for me. You know what I'm saying? Like his music, it doesn't in regards to like women's situations. Like I'm not getting that from Future. Future don't answer those questions for me. But when I'm hooping, Future get me going. You know what I'm saying? When it's like, oh, we got like there's this song that he has. It's called "Pray for a Key." It's my favorite, like one of my favorite songs. But during COVID and everything like that, like I used to listen to it almost like all the time because he's talking about praying for a key. He's praying for a way out of this shit. Like I'm praying for like that hit. You know what I mean? That whatever it is, he, you know, praying for a key was probably Kia.
Yeah, for sure.
But however you want to interpret it, it's a key. Whatever that fucking key is. Your key is this podcast. My key might be in the tech world, whatever, but I'm praying for that shit. And I'm waking up every day. And we gonna get this shit. We gonna get this shit today. You know what I mean? And like, that's what we on. And no one knew. You know, like he talks about it in the song, like what he was doing and how he was doing shit. You know what I mean? And he said, like, my favorite lines, like he says, I could have fell, but I turned up and went executive. And that shit was just like, yeah. Like, yeah. Okay. Like, I'm not gonna fail. Okay. I'm gonna become something.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's where you feel it. Okay. And you feel like that trend trickles through all of those artists that you talked about?
Yeah.
Lil Uzi, Lil Durk.
Maybe not Lil Uzi. Like Lil Uzi is probably more for fun. You know what I mean? But like even he has shit where he talk like there's a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like he has shit that he talks about and like, but it's not as motivating as Future. And another thing is Future and Lil Uzi, they got an album together. So I think that has something to do with it too. So,
okay, all right.
So like I think that has to do with why like Lil Uzi's at the top, like there with Future. I mean I do listen to Lil Uzi a lot. He's one of my favorite artists. But like Lil Durk, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like he's on that same. Like he talks about he raps for the trenches. He raps for those people in the trenches. Like now that's old block, that's Chicago, and like they doing what they do out there. But whatever you are dealing with in your life, if you got to climb out of a tough hole, that's the trenches, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's ugly for you and you need to be somewhere else, all right, well, this is just deal with it. You got to deal with it, but you got to keep on climbing. You got to keep on working. So, you know, like I really like Lil Durk. And I like Lil Durk. He also like, he really loves his girl. All right. The way he sings, he talks about how he really likes his girl and shit. So I like that. Like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, this motherfucker, Lord knows what he was doing. But when it comes to his girl, he like, I love you.
Okay.
So I think that's cool. And then Lil Baby, like he's the same thing. He just grinds so hard. You know, and they talk about his work ethic and everything like that. And it's just kind of like, that motivates me. Like I want to work so hard, bro. You know what I mean? Like I just want to be passionate and enamored with my work to the point that I'm able to just, like I got all the time that I need when it's time to like take care of my family and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Okay. So this is a question. So if you feel like none of this toxicity seeps in, right? Because you're right, you're not going to it for that. But you also don't feel as though listening to these lines for 90 some odd hours or whatever, like you don't think that any of that toxicity does seep into the subconscious. You don't think that happens. You think that's fine tuned and it's blocked off. You go there for what you go there for, and everything else is just what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly.
So where to end? Because this is a question I asked Keon a long time ago. We grew coming into this world, and people don't really give us maps. They don't just give us blueprints to how shit's supposed to be done. And a lot of the things that we are taught, we get older, and then we're learning that we're trying to unlearn a lot of the shit that was taught to us because a lot of shit was toxic, or it was incorrect, or it was just unfinished. Where do you think that you do get your maps, your blueprints? Right?
So it's funny because, bro, so you had Sil and Mikkel on here. So Mikkel's my sister. Mm-hmm. That's my sister. I introduce her as my sister. And obviously Sylvia is her best friend. That's like my little counsel right there. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So if like I need to bring it in, I gotta see them like once a month. Like I see them once a month. I check in, like I talk to them about what's going on and everything. And they like, oh no, this is, again, like, this is her trying to get a reaction out of you. You know what I'm saying? And then, or something like that. But once you got the game, you know it. So once I was told that, it was like, oh, okay. And I have another sister too, who's older, 6 years older. So like, I know how to kind of deal with women in a sense. Obviously there's sometimes maybe, whatever, someone's just really trying to get a reaction out of you and shit. You guys just be like, all right, this is whatever. This is wild. But for the most part, like, you know what's coming next. I do, at least now. Even in that, I got such a kick out of it back in October when y'all were talking. So Sylvia says that her one friend was, years before her time. Because she was so, she said that she was years before her time because she was like trying to get.
She was waking up in the morning every day trying to figure out how to ruin my life.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you, like, me, little naive me, like, bro, I didn't think that was an option. Like, but I thought we was cool. We was just kicking it with but nah.
I was a junior I was a junior in high school. Like, I'm just like, what the hell is going on? I'm not thinking that she's trying to fuck my life up so that I blow one day and divulge some information I've been hiding. Like, right. I'm not thinking on that level.
Right. But that's what they, you know what I mean? Like, this age, like, that's the game that is kind of in a way is like, is being played. I don't know if it's, someone wanting to be toxic. I don't know if it's a sport or whatever it is. They were joking around, like kind of making it seem like that. Yeah. But as someone who knows that from listening to them, okay, when I'm, doing whatever I'm doing, if I'm, having a conversation with someone or I feel like, all right, this is happening now. She's trying to get the reaction. You know what I'm saying? I go along sometimes. I might even play the game. You know what I'm saying? Never give it a reaction, but it's like, I know you want the reaction now. I'll never say like, hey, I know you're trying to get a reaction, but it's just like in those scenarios, like, all right, just be cool. Like, this is where it's at, and like sometimes that pisses them off more.
Is that, and do you like to engage in that sort of game?
Well, it's more so, okay, now I'm stuck. For me, it's like, okay, I'm stuck in a weird position now. Okay. Because it's like, all right, I feel like you're trying to get a reaction out of me. But at the same time, if I play your game, it's just going to be like, oh, well, see, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of stuck and I just try to be like, yo, like, I understand, like, you got to do what you got to do. Like, that's cool. I'm just going to keep it pushing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm never like that invested to where I'm always expecting for that to happen. Mm-hmm. And so when it does, it's just kind of like, all right, well, here we go. You go through those motions and everything. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, like, you keep it pushing, but it's never like, it's nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just part of the emotions for me, I guess. Like, it's just like, it's really like, I don't care. Now, I don't want to say that I don't care. Cause I do. And like, I try to be nice and as respectful as possible. But at the same time, it's like, all right, well, I know she's going to probably bounce. Like this thing ran our course. We had our fucking fun. You know what I'm saying? So it's time, you know what I mean? Time to go. You know what I mean? It's just kind of what it is. And I also learn from them, I don't really take nothing too personal when it comes to the other side, which would be women. Like, I don't take it real personal. Like, if a girl stops talking to me today, like, I don't think like, oh, well, it's because of me. No, it's just like, she on some other time. She got some other, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else pulled up. Is what it is. Like, she chose. Like, she chose who she chose. You gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, do you go into a lot of these engagements with women sort of like cynical or pessimistic about what may happen? Like, do you ever have high hopes, or do you don't have expectations at all, really? You just kind of go in and it is what it is?
Nah, like, yeah. So, I mean, I don't really have no expectations. Like, I mean, I try to be as genuine as possible, but obviously, like, I'm not about to just open it up to some girl, you know what I mean? That, like, I'm not about to tell her no real crazy shit, and especially if she's young, because you gotta remember, if she's young, she's just doing this shit for a story.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like, she's doing this just to go back to her friends and tell her about, you know, whether her night or whatever it is. So you can't be, you don't know that girl. You know what I mean?
I am so old and washed. I just feel like, bro, like, just look at it. I got an arrow garden over there. Like, this, I just bought this little garden thing from my mom. Like, I'm just thinking about the things that you're talking about, and I'm thinking about my life. I've got a yoga mat that I just rolled up when you came in here. I'm thinking about me stretching for like an hour before you got here, me getting this arrow garden from my mom before you got here, delivered by Best Buy, like the things that I'm doing. And then the accounts, the stories that I'm hearing about what's going on in what sounds like the jungle.
The jungle, bro. It's the jungle, but it's like, again, and y'all kind of talked about this too. I won't lie. Part of this, yeah, I signed up for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, even as a young kid listening to The Weeknd, the reason I was so in love with him is because, like, yo, he talking about everything that we out here doing, or this what we trying to do. Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? So, and even then, like, I feel like, you know, he gave me the answers to a lot of tests. You know, and it's just kind of like, all right, but I don't think it's part of being toxic, because really, I don't be the first person trying to be toxic. I'm never the first. Like,
I'm not the first person trying to be.
Yeah. Like, I don't care about that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talked about so much stuff before we even got to relationships. Like, bro, like, all right, to be honest, they'd probably be thinking I'm boring. You know what I'm saying? Cause I just be like, all right, so what's up? Like, you don't want to talk no more? All right, cool. You know, and they don't want that. They want, you know, they want some type of excitement. Like, they want, like, you know, and I don't.
So I think we kind of got on that, or at least I tried to drudge that up earlier on. Is when you say they, like, who exactly are we talking about?
I think, for real, to be honest, like,
are you about to throw a percentage out?
No, I'm like a single girl. Like, I think you know, I mean, bro, it's a process. Like, okay. At the end of the day,
yeah,
me and you have probably gone through this same cycle every single time we've either, like, talked to a girl, dated a girl, you know, went home, whatever the situation was. It was probably the same thing. It's probably, you know what I mean? Nothing really changes. Like, it's not like I'm going to say something so wild and off the wall that was the thing that did it. No, I'm not. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's the same cycle over and over again.
Okay, I think I know what I want to ask you. How often are you talking to new people?
New people?
Yeah,
just like
not about business or anything like that. Yeah, no, yeah, like, new people in general, men, women, just new people that give new perspectives about new things that you've never heard about or even considered.
Bro,
how often does that happen?
I mean, pretty often.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I don't know if you're talking about, like, conversations like this, or are you just saying, like, encountering
I don't think that's happening often.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just talking like encountering, like, new people.
Yeah,
like, all the time. Like, even, like, you know, I went to that concert or whatever. When I went to the concert, I was just like, yo, so who are y'all here to see? Y'all here to see Drake? Y'all here to see Kanye? I was just asking people, like, as we walking into the concert, I'm just asking, like,
that was in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know, I'm not trying to be rude or trying to bag her or nothing like that or nothing. I'm legitimately curious, you know? So, like, I don't have a problem walking up to people. I talked to a dude that gave me this hat. You know, I met him in LA. He was just, bro, I like your aesthetics. He was like, I like your aesthetics. Like, I got this clothing brand. You know, I'm trying to get it popping. This is a smart dude. Like, he looked creative. Like, he was passionate, kind of like how you was talking about my passion. And he's like, bro, I got this hat for you. Can you wear it?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. I put the hat on.
So, okay. So this is what's interesting. So you came in here and you and Duty just off the rip got into it about sports. Who's dunking, who's not, who needs to be guarding who, how these kids need to be moving within this young athletic space. Cause y'all know this game. Like y'all understand the ins and outs, the mechanics to how this, how this works on this level.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, and then now you came over here and sat down next to me, and I love contrast in life. Mm-hmm. I love that what y'all were just doing is not at all what's happening here when you come and sit down and you have this conversation. So when you say conversations like this, okay, so not often, and then you talk about, all right, well, I'm talking to the girls and it's, who are you here to see, Drake or Kanye? And then you talk to the dude, hey, I like your aesthetic. Hey, could you wear my hat? This is my brand. Cool. How often, and maybe you wouldn't even like to, but I'll ask you, would you like to have more sit down, no distraction, zone in, just a flux of information sort of conversations with more people that you don't know, or that could give you information about something you have no idea about that would like to give new perspectives?
I like to learn.
Okay.
So like, I don't have a problem with that, but I don't know necessarily if 9:00 at night is where you about to find a learning. I don't think that's, what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that's time. That's the learning session time.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, again, like, if I'm talking to my coworkers, and which is why I say, like, I think I do experience a lot of different people because where I work at
is diverse.
It's diverse, but it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are super smart people. They're crazy smart. And then, 5:00 comes and I do what I do to wind down or whatever, whether that's, and then go to the gym, whatever. But after that shower though, it's like, okay, now we're back to being like regular Austyn. And then, you
feel like you're performing
when
you're not regular Austyn, are you performing? Is it like performance Austyn?
I don't think that it's a performance, because, it really, like, I really be doing my work and stuff. And like, I really want to be there. And like, I just want to make sure everything's right. But I think that I conduct myself and I make sure I care. No. This is the best way to put it. I care about what people think of me professionally.
Okay.
So I don't care about what you think of me outside of work because I'm just unapologetic like that. I'm naturally shameless, but that's a blessing and a curse. In the professional field, you can't be shameless. You know what I mean? Cause that'll fuck your bag up. If you're shameless and you don't care about what people think. I gotta try to conduct myself in a professional manner at all time in a professional environment. And I even do that when I wake up in the morning, even though I work from home. I prepare to be professional every single day before I step into my little cute office at home. And I be listening in the future. Like, I be listening in
case you were wondering.
Yeah.
That's what's playing in the background.
Yeah. That should be trapped in the sun. What? Oh my, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like again, it is.
That's the battery in the back.
It's the battery in the back. But I think all I hear is just like the passion to get to where he had to get to do the cool shit that he's talking about. It's like, dang, you want to work hard to get there, bro. You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay. And also, this is another thing that I think has a big, something to do with it. When I was studying in school, that's when Future was like the biggest, so part of like me trying to lock in and focus, I think comes from when I used to listen to him, and when in school.
For sure, it is. Yeah.
In school. So like, I'm just like, I'm comfortable.
Future is just synonymous with getting shit done.
Yeah. Like, for me. Yeah. For me, like, it's like, all right, we got to get it today. And like people, I might do a lot in one day. I might work out for one and I might play basketball. And, I go to work.
Would you go shooting?
Yeah. But I just,
you just want to be clear. Yeah. It's just basketball.
Yeah. And so it's like, and then you're conversating with your friends, or you doing whatever you're doing with your friends. So I'm always, I guess, moving. Yeah. And like, so like sometimes I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to do that. Mm. I still complain, even though I'm working from home, I still complain like I'm going into work.
Right.
When I went, shit. You know what I mean? Like I wake up, put these damn clothes on, man. And mind you, all I'm doing is waking up, going to the bathroom, taking my shower, putting new sweats on, right, and sitting at the desk getting my work done. Or, making sure I'm learning what I need to learn to perform the way I got to perform. So like, yeah, like and I think that does also have something to do with sports, because people listen to, a certain thing when they get ready to play. Me, not necessarily, but I listen to Taylor Swift, son. You know what I'm saying? Like
while you're getting ready to, like,
if I got to, you know what I mean? Like if I have to, like,
what's the top joint? What's the top Taylor Swift joint to get you going?
All right. So Taylor Swift back in 2010.
Okay.
2008, like 2008 to 2010.
So this is the Fearless album?
Yeah, like Fearless, Story. Hold on.
That's on the Fearless album.
Okay, yeah. So Fearless, the one like it chanted. That junk goes crazy. Okay, that's the craziest one. But then I was listening to a few tracks from the one that it's like 1984 or something like that. It's like or something, I forget, whatever she was born. Mm-hmm. It's like has a song called Welcome to New York on it.
Okay.
But she got this one song, this one track. It's called Style. I love that song. But like I'd be like, yeah, like she talking about me, like, yeah, long hair, slick back, white t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
is she rapping on that joint?
Bro, but she's flowing. Listen, she's flowing. Like, she's going crazy talking about this dude. Like, she's like, yeah, like, and he's him and I'm me. But all I know is we both gonna be cold as fuck no matter what. Like, any day when me and him step out, yeah, we ain't going out of style. That's that shit. And like, yeah, like, okay. I fuck with that song because in my head, that's how I see it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like again, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm so toxic, I'm not listening to no damn Taylor Swift. But she got a track, oh my gosh, hold on, I gotta find it because it goes so crazy. And it's just like, she's like, don't leave me like this. Like, she can't believe that like this dude is bouncing. Oh, it's called Haunted. She goes so crazy. Like even the lyrics, like I listen to the lyrics and like, and one of the jumps near the end, like it's probably the third chorus. She's like, he might try to take away my pain and he just might make me smile. But the whole time I'm wishing it was you instead. And I'm like, nah, young, I ain't fucking with none of these jokes. Hell nah. You ain't no, I'm not about to be out here trying my best to put a smile on your face and you over here thinking about little fucking Jimmy. Well, hell nah. That's crazy. But it's like, hey, that's how the game goes. And that bro don't even know. I don't even know how this shit popped into my head the other day. I don't even know how. But I was driving to work and I'll never forget. And I don't like braggadocious stories. So this is not a story meant to be self-involved at all. But you just brought this up. I remember working at a place, I think it was the last place that I worked, and a chick there feeling comfortable enough to tell me that her boyfriend at the time was performing oral sex on her and she was thinking about me. And I was like, yo, that's that's what I'm saying. That's wild. Yeah, bro.
But the thing is, her and I never even had we like crushed on each other, but it never went further than that.
But that's probably why. That's why she had to get that out.
Because there was a frustration there.
Yeah, it was like
it was unfulfilled.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you would have, granted, it's probably been Jones that you took care of that probably thought that, but since they were so good, like they didn't say it. They wasn't going to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was a girl that you had probably already taken care of, she not going to hit you with that line unless she trying to be spiteful. I think that's why that girl told you that, was because y'all still had that, you know, there was still an itch that needed to be scratched.
Fine choice of words.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. I just thought, man, that's so sad. Because like you just said, he has no idea.
Bro. So, I mean, again, this is the last story I'm going to tell, but all right, I'm at this place and it's a new place. It's a new, whatever. It was in California or whatever. So it was last week and we walk in and we're waiting in line to go to this bar and this girl walks up and she just starts smiling and grinning and everything at me and starts talking to me, right? Her boyfriend is right behind her. And I'm just kind of like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, your man's right here. Your boy was just like, he was just following her around like a lost puppy. Felt so bad. Was like trying to reel her in all the time. Every time he tried to reel her in, she get back out, start talking again, start flirting, you know what I mean? Like, just like, and this was happening throughout the bar once we got inside. And like, I asked her, I was like, yo, is that your boyfriend? She's like, no, that's not my boyfriend. That's not my boyfriend. Ask him. Yeah, that's, you know what I mean? And then, the wildest part was my boy heard him. I mean, he's simping in the club, bro. He like, you know, I care about you, right? Like, she ain't trying to hear it. So I see stuff like that and I'm just like, damn, like, I just want to like hopefully get to the point where it's just like, I can find that gray area where like I can care, but I'm not out here simping. But at the same time, I'm not like, oh, fuck this, like, girl, like, I don't care, like, go and fucking and get over with it. Like, famous words from Future. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and throw away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to treat them like that, but at the same time, I can't be chasing you around no damn bar. You know what I'm saying? You out here lit as hell, turning up, talking to everything you think is cute. Like, I'm not right here. Like, that's crazy, bro. You know, so it's just kind of like...
Man, well, see, that speaks to giving time to people with a certain head on their shoulders. Like this type of person, like this woman clearly, she is lacking clarity. She's lacking prioritization. She's lacking respect. Like there are some things that she's lacking.
Like she knows, but I think that's just because like she knows, like even on her worst day, he got her. Like, he's going to hold her down. Like, he's going to always be there. She going to talk to whoever in this spot, flirt with whoever in this spot, and he going to be right behind her, making sure, like, she go home with her. And for real, that might be a healthy relationship. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know how they do things.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But like, that could not be, like, I don't care how, like, fine you are. Like, I can't go out that way. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but obviously, like, he can't snatch her and be like, yo, get your ass in the car. You know what I'm saying? Nope. He gotta let her be her. But it's just like, damn, bro, you're not even gonna go just let her do that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you had your fun, you know what I'm saying? You just meet her, link with her at the end of the night. Like, that's the thing that kind of was like stuck in my head. Cause like me, I would have been like, all right, well, she, you know what I'm saying? She get in where she fit in. I'm gonna go do the same. And then we gonna, you know what I'm saying, catch each other at the end. Mm. But it was almost like bro didn't want to leave her side because she might have bounced with somebody else.
That's called insecurity.
It was on his face, and that's why I felt so bad. Like, I told him, I was like, yo, bro, you want to get it, like, cut in line? Like, y'all, you know what I mean? Like, I just want, you know what I'm saying? I felt bad.
You were trying to be the mediator.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, bro. I was, you know what I mean? And I don't know that. Like, I was flattered, obviously, but like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Get in here.
I ask everybody that comes on this podcast this is a great time to ask this question. What is at the forefront of your mind when you wake up? I know that it's we got to get to work. What exactly are we, like, what is the end goal? What are we getting to work for? Like, what is the driving force behind the let's go and get it? Like, what are you trying to fulfill? Like, what do you want? What is your life's goal, I guess?
So, well, I think that's a really good question. So I think it just comes from always feeling like the underdog.
Okay, you have a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's get into this. Where did that come from?
It's just how I was raised that way. Like, you know, like not raised like you're not going to become something, but it's just like you're going to have to put in so much work to become what you want to become. And you got to, again, it goes back to the sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 6'2", 215 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm short, not that short. But like I'm not for athletics. I'm not the tallest dude. So it's like, all right, you have to overcome that, because if he looks the part, that dude's getting a chance. So any dude that you see that looks the part, in my head, it's like, let's go. I'm taking your ass out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know today. You gonna feel me? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, he's the one. Okay. Like, all right. You know, and that started at 8 years old. So many hoopers that like, we just used to battle back and forth, and we loved each other. Like, we was friends, you know, but it was just how we functioned. And we came up on this basketball player named Allen Iverson, who was, you know, like us. He looked like us. We had braids like him. We wore number 3 like him. And it was like, he had that dog in him. He had that fight. So anything that I like kind of registered with me, it was just like, you're going to have to grind to get it. You're going to have to grind to be a star. You're going to have to grind to be whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Like, you're not the one that's chosen first. You know, they're going to try to pick, you're going to have to prove it to them that you deserve what you got. And again, you learn that at such a young age, which for me was beneficial, because when the hardships of life happen, that's at the core of me. So it's like, oh damn, this is tough. Oh damn, whoa, I did not expect it to go this way. Oh, this is really setting me back right now. When those life moments happen, it's just kind of like, all right, well, shit, let's go. Like, we got to make a play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally, we have to make a play now. What we going to do?
You just charge it to the game.
Yeah. And it's like, what are you going to do? You know? So yeah, I think that underdog mentality, it did get me to where I needed to be, to where like now everything's all good. But at the same time, my new challenge, I guess I would say, is like turning that off.
Okay. You're trying to learn how to simplify. How to just pull the throttle back and fucking lax sometimes.
Yeah. Actually, that's exactly, like, literally, yeah. Like the way, like, how I see it is like, okay, if I had to put in a lot of hours to like become, to be in my career, to get into my career, like to even get a foot in it. So, that was the grind. Like, that was a crazy grind, like so insane. And then you're here now. You know what I'm saying? But then you're like, no, I can't relax. Not yet. I can't, what's next? And you're so forward to looking towards that thing. I'm like, nah, bro, we're going to cool it. Like, we're going to relax. We're going to enjoy our family right now. It's Christmas. You know what I mean? We're going to watch the corny Christmas movies on Netflix and Hulu. Like, we're just going to enjoy ourselves right now.
Yeah.
Like, don't get twisted. We going back to work. We're going back, and we're going to like, we going to stack up, stack on what we've accomplished to do more. But at this moment, we going to relax. And that's why I started going on a few trips and like just trying to enjoy myself to even learn how to do that.
Yeah, you've been working at such a wild rate for so long. You didn't even know how to just like sit back. You probably felt, and you probably still to some degree, because how long have you been trying to relax now? Like, how many months would you say you've been trying to pull it back? Has it even been a year?
Probably like 6 months.
6 months. Maybe, so you probably still feel bad when you do relax. Yeah. You probably feel like, what am I doing right now? Like, why am I relaxing? I'm young. I can still move. I can still, like, what am I doing sitting down right now? That probably comes across your head every once in a while.
Yeah.
When you're trying to relax.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of, so I saw one of my old homies at the gym the other day, and he, it's so funny because we are just told, just work hard, grind, get after it, get the bag. And he's one of these people that has done that. And he's reached great heights by his age at what he's doing, his vocation as a chef. And he's constantly like pumping iron, and he's getting bigger and bigger. And he's like constantly working at 1,000 miles a minute. And I'm talking to him and he's like, yeah, you know, like, well, like, what are you doing here? And I was just like, oh, I'm doing some back bicep shoulder work today or whatever after this. You know, I usually, work out for an hour and a half and then I got my yin yoga class after this. He was like, oh, yeah, you did tell me you'd be doing yoga. Like, how is that? And I'm talking to him about yoga. I'm talking about the benefits of stretching out and how loose you feel and how stress relieving it is, how much better my sleep's been, how much better my life has been, how much better I just feel in a general sense. And this guy's like, yeah, man, I gotta try something. Like, mom, I've been having heart problems. Like, I ain't tell anybody yet, but like, yeah, like I'm just like, whoa, what did you just say? He was like, yeah, like, sometimes, your heart's like, he was like, well, sometimes, mine just be
skipping.
And I'm just like, hey, man, like, what are we talking about? I'm like, what's your sleep like? He's like, well, I be working. I'm going over here. I'm doing that. I'm taking these clients. I'm going over here. I'm doing this. I got to work out. I got to go do this. I got to do that. And then this other thing that, again, I don't really, it's not really for me because I don't know why I do know why. It comes from a place of feeling inadequate. But he's like, I'm fucking. Like, I got to be out here fucking. And I'm just like, that's cool, dude. Right. He's like, so I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep, 4.5. I'm like, okay. He's like, so I'm drinking coffee throughout the day to get everything done. And he's like, but I'm just moving. I'm moving. Yeah. And this whole time he's talking to me and I'm looking at him. And again, I think that there's something disarming about me, especially when guys that do feel like they have to flaunt their shit around other people in life, they realize that like I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. So like when they come to me, I think something like I get a realer version of them because they're like, oh fuck, he don't give a shit about none of this stuff. Like, okay, I can just be me then. Yeah. Right. And so he's looking at me and I'm looking at him and all this stuff he's talking about, the money he's making and the women that he's fucking and the this that he's and all the muscles that he's getting. I'm like, all right, that's cool, my man. But hey, you just told me you had heart problems. So like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing about that? Like, I get it. That's cool. You get into the bag, you're doing this, that, and the third. And that probably impresses a lot of your friends. That's great. Yeah. But bro, I'm only asking you the questions the way that I'm asking you these questions because I care about you can have your version, your lane. It ain't going to be the same as mine, but I just want you to make sure, or I'm only concerned that you're taking your lane as healthily as possible. That's really all. We going to do things differently. We completely different people. Yeah. And so that's the same thing that's happening here. You and I, we different people and we doing things completely differently. And, just as we got into that future conversation, you taking something completely different, you doing things, we looking at things completely differently. All I'm worried about and all I'm concerned about, and the reason I ask you the questions the way that I ask you is I'm trying to make sure that you're doing your shit the best way possible for you. Yeah. That's going to sustain your physical and mental and spiritual, if you care about that, if that's a thing, really, health. Yeah. Right. So that's the reason why I'm asking you these questions. So I'll ask you, how's your sleep?
But I get to sleep. Okay. I can't, I don't want to get into how I get to sleep. But I try my hardest to get to sleep. Now, ideally, like I set my alarm for 6 o'clock because like I want to be up. Like I want to just, again, like I said, get my mind right. Like going to work, going to work, but, on a bad day, like on an average day, I wake up at 7:46. Don't ask me why it's set to 7:46, but it's set to 7:46. So like, that's when I'm like, all right, cool. You can still get breakfast done. You still take your shower. You still can, watch whatever you need to watch, whatever, get your mind right for work in an hour and 14 minutes. So that's what I really want to do. If I'm tired and I don't get to sleep till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, then like I will like push it to like 8:30.
Oh yeah. You living a whole, you living.
No, but like it's not because I'm out turning up. Like I put a guard on all that stuff because it's like you said, like if you don't, like you just gonna damage your body. Right. And like I don't party out. Like I might drink at night to like, whatever, and then end up going to sleep. But I'm never like out on Tuesday. I'm never out on like a Wednesday. Like if I'm out on like a weekday, it's like a special event or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I try to regulate it as much as possible. I won't like try to deny that I probably have like a sleeping problem, but I be getting to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like I find a way to get to sleep.
Cause we in this for longevity.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. Okay. Like
this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Right. Exactly. But I was in a situation where there was a door open, you know, due to like, you know, this COVID situation and everything. And I had an opportunity and there was a window. You feel me? So I probably gave myself, I don't know, like a year to accomplish this or whatever. Yeah. I say I'll give myself a year to the day right now. And when I was like, all right, this is the next move for 2021. And this is what we got to get done. That started now in December, October, November, 2020. Okay. So then it was like, all right, well, what do we got to do to execute this? We got to hunker down all of these months, whether it be, you know, these cold ass winter months, we just gonna hunker it down. Boom, boom, boom. Do what we gotta do. And then hopefully by this point in time, you know, when the sun is up in April, May, June, whatever, something comes of it and we can get an opportunity. And, you know, so that window was probably bad.
Yeah, that's what all this is getting to. Yeah.
That window, if you ask me then, you wouldn't be getting.
You was running yourself into the ground.
Yeah, but it was because like I had to, and I'm swear to God when I tell you that like it was life or death for me. Like in my head, in my mind, like if this ain't the one that works, bro, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what's next. I'm running out of ideas, and I'm probably even running out of energy. So like. If this one don't hit, obviously we're going to go back to the drawing board, but we really need this one to hit.
Yeah. And that's so way back at the beginning, when you were talking about big bank, take little bank, right? And you were saying that there's a creative that's going to be giving the person with the money what it is they need to turn their business into whatever it is they need to turn it into to get the capital. And we were saying that creator is always going to be that creator. So it would make sense in the long run to just partner up with this creator, because they gonna be the person producing.
Yeah.
But that person can't produce if they don't have the energy. Like that person does have to take care of themselves in order to produce, especially produce at a high level. So it's like you can be as great as you want to be, but if you're not treating yourself well, that your work, your productions are going to start to lose value. It's going to be diminishing returns. Right. So that's all I'm saying. It's like you understand that.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, you like, we don't got to get into it on here, but you know, like what I had to do in order for me to even have enough time to try to pursue, you know what I'm saying, the next endeavor and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I think I was lucky enough to like grow up in a house where, like, you know, I had two very successful parents. But at the same time, it was like, you need to understand like a hustler's mentality, and you got to understand, like, you know, you're not in the streets, like you're not hood, but you don't, kind of like my cousin, you don't put up with no shit. Like, you're not going to talk to me crazy. You think shit's sweet on the side. Okay. Until it's time for you to find out. You know what I'm saying? But that's when it needs to come out. That's the only time it needs to come out. You know, so I was lucky enough to not be like real soft. And when I got hit or when I got knocked down, I just stayed down. You know, and I think like when like the hard shit comes, you gotta have a little hustle in you. Like you gotta have a little like, all right, this is part of the game. How we coming up with this? Like, I love that shit. Like I love, like, bro, I work every day like the rents do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, motherfucker, we up today because the rents fucking due. You know, one of my favorite football players is Tyrann Mathieu. He don't even play for the Cowboys, but like he calls himself the landlord, and he's like, you wake up, rent's due. We gotta go to work. You know what I mean? And it's just in everything that I do. It's just I don't know. I'm just like that.
I was walking through the battlefield the other day. It's probably about 64 degrees out. It was last week. I think it may have been Friday or Saturday, but it was when it was 64 degrees out. It was overcast, and it was a breeze blowing that day. And I went out there. I got off work. I went out there, and I had my headphones on and I was listening to classical music. That's kind of what I like to listen to, like real pensive piano and like violin playing and stuff like that. It helps me get in the zone. And I'm out there and I'm sitting in the middle of this very, very, very large field. And first thing I kind of did was chuckle to myself thinking, man, if anyone had known I was out here right now, they would definitely be laughing at me. Like, nigga, Earl, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you taking this lifestyle too far. Like, what are you doing?
But you zen, you just being zen. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's why, like, I guess we work because you just doing what you gotta do to find peace, you know? And like, I don't even be like, I wouldn't wish like I wouldn't call myself like an example or like a role model necessarily because of, you know, all the wild shit that I had to take, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff that was like a step back, and none of this is conventional, you know? And like, I think that's cool with you. Like, you just at peace and you're not even worried about it. Like, yo, it's just gonna work out. Like, no stress. It's cool. Like, it's gonna work itself out. We good. And like, sometimes I'm like kind of like that. But I think majority of the time it's just, hey, I want to be like that peaceful. Like as that peaceful to where it's like, I'm not even worried about it.
Damn, so, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I'm out there in this field and the wind is blowing and I'm listening to this classical music. Actually, if anybody wants to know exactly the song that was being played when I had this thought, it is Romance, I believe, by Dino Saluzza. Dino Saluzza is an old like Latin jazz artist. It's funny, he plays, it's not called an accordion. It's like what was it called? Fuck, I forgot what that's called. It's like a bandoneon or something like that. It's something like that, but it sort of looks like an accordion. Either way, I'm out there and I realize again, I'm by myself. I'm looking around and I'm noticing that I'm at a certain level of, like you just said, tranquility.
Yeah.
That is unparalleled. Like I'm in complete happiness. I'm completely content. I need nothing else at the time. It's just me with a pea coat in the middle of Plains area. And I see a lot of families walking around. And then I get up, I think it's time to go back to the car, and I'm walking back to the car and I see this family dressed up. They got dresses, they got tuxedos on, they're doing a bunch of stuff. They're taking a bunch of photos. I'm wondering exactly why they're out doing this. And I keep walking, and then as they're walking up ahead of me, I see why they're all there. And I see this woman, the long green sparkly dress on, and she's pregnant. And she's out, and they're taking photos of her. And there were probably 10 or 11 people in this family. And I'm thinking,
is she getting another baby? She got another baby?
Another baby.
Oh,
and man. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at like 4 generations right now. I'm looking at the grandpa, grandma, the mom, dad. I'm looking at everybody.
They're not her. They weren't 10 kids. It was 10 people.
10 people.
Okay, yeah.
It was like the whole family.
I would say they getting busy over there.
But they still do get busy though. And so I'm thinking, okay, so here's the continuation of this family. Here's the continuation of this legacy. I could tell by the way that they interacted with one another and the fact that they would even come out to take photos for this, that family is extremely important to them. Mm-hmm. If any, it may be everything to them.
Like it was just that's their number one value.
And I thought it was interesting because I was out there in this zen, peaceful, serene, tranquil state, and I thought this is perfect for me right now.
Yeah.
And I was looking at this family and I saw their values and I saw them in the same state, but I also wondered if they looked at me, or if any of the families that day looked at me and said, "Oh, lonely guy out there." Like, "Oh right. Man, I bet he wishes he had at least a dog or something with him."
But that's the thing about people. Like, you know, they have a perception of you. You don't even really got no idea.
Oh no, ever. You never know. I keep talking to people that listen to this podcast, and I never know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you listen to mad episodes of this, I have no idea what you've picked up and how you have digested that information. So when I'm now talking to someone, I have no idea who they're looking at. I have no idea, again, the stories about me that they know and the information that they've internalized. Like, I have no idea how they're viewing me.
But, all right, so the funny thing, because you said stories. Now, what I've encountered is like, sometimes the stories be so outlandish, it's just like, what? It's like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, that doesn't even make sense. But someone told her that. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, why? But it's starting to, like, I'm starting to understand other people, or like, just kind of like, sometimes if someone has nothing to say, they just gonna come up with some bullshit, bro. Like, I guess that's how rumors start. Like, if someone asks, like, there's been so many times where like someone has told me a story and I'm like, how would that person even know that? Like, I'm not that open, and like, I don't show so much stuff for like anyone to draw that conclusion. So what are you talking about? Yeah, like that has happened so many times where like people have told me stories about myself and I'm looking at them like how you looking at me.
You can't even like figure out where it may have snowballed from.
Yeah, where I'm trying to like there's been times where it's been someone has told them a story, and the last time I saw that person had been in like 2015. And it's like 2021. I'm like, this 6 years has passed. Like, what? Like, I would like to think that I probably don't move like how I was moving 6 years ago.
That would be nice. You never want to be moving the way you were moving 6 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's like, it's not even like a story like, oh, like this happened and he was doing this, and this with this person. It's like, oh, well, like he does this. And it's you know what I mean?
It's like, just a blanket statement about your character.
Yeah, about my whole. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? It's like, and for me, I laugh at it. I get a kick because it's like, I mean, that person's always too kind of like, yeah, I didn't really think that was true. So I never like, it never is like a big deal or anything like that. But I just always kind of thought it was, bizarre. Even like, why even say nothing? Like, if someone asks you about a person and I don't know them, I don't make up no shit. Like, oh yeah, I know that no, bro. I just be like, I don't know him. I don't know him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know her. Yeah, I don't know who that girl is. Like, even if I heard a rumor or something, if I can't confirm it, how am I just go ahead and run and tell somebody else? Oh yeah, but like I heard she was getting popping in the bathroom. Is what these are wild accusations. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like, it was just funny that you said stories about you. I don't know what stories that they've heard, because it's like people just be saying shit, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Again, you never know how people are interpreting these things. I just try to make sure that I live in such a way where if it were, definitely if it was anything like what you're experiencing, which I'm certain like those stories wouldn't even come out. Again, I'm being quite honest about the things that I have been doing, what I have done in life. So maybe some of those things have happened, but maybe not. But in this day and age, that's just the more salacious, scandalous type of things like aren't really happening. So I think that people that know me these days would just, if anything like that came up, they'd be like, that's incorrect. That's not even how he moved. Like, that's not happening. I can promise.
Yeah. Like,
So I'm looking at this family and I'm seeing, this love that they have. And I remember when I came back from a trip by myself that I took to North Carolina, I just got in the car one day. I filled up the gas tank. I bought some snacks and I just drove. I just got in the car and just drove to North Carolina and just stayed down there for like 4 days by myself. Mm-hmm. When I came back, I had some questions from some people, and a lot of it was like, you went by yourself?
I remember that. And I think it was like me. It was maybe me and like one or two other people. I want to say even Darnell ended up on like agreeing with what we were saying. Mm-hmm. But we were like, yeah, like, if you got to do something by yourself, like, it's fine. Like, why not? Like, you know what? That's why we've always gotten along so well. We understand the fact that like this is a one-man army.
What's interesting is the experiences that I'm having. I mean, they are for me.
Yeah, but it's like you're doing what you have to do to be happy. Like, you in the yard listening to classical music and you're at Zen. That what makes you at Zen. when I'm hooping and I'm listening to some drill music or whatever, yeah, it sounds crazy to everybody else in the world, but to me, like, this is as calm as my day's gonna get.
Yeah, because that was what I was going to ask you. What is that thing or things that you do that, again, as I'm looking at this other family, I'm thinking they would never believe
that you good
that
right
I'm feeling what they're feeling with their entire family. There's no way, along with this woman that is pregnant and they're celebrating a new life and they're all dressed up. There's no way that they think that I'm feeling anything remotely close to what they're feeling, or maybe more calm than what they are feeling, or more meaningful or powerful and impactful than what they may be feeling right now. They would never think that. So I wanted to ask you what it is for you that no one would ever think, like, this is my thing, and when I do it, I feel like I have a purpose and there's meaning in this, and I don't need for anyone else. I don't need to share it with anyone else. I don't need for anyone else to understand this. And I don't know if you plan on having a family, and if, like, family is that bedrock for you, like you feel like you need that in life
now
in order to reach this.
Yeah. So
this place.
Again, it's like, I don't feel like, it's not that I don't feel like I need it, because it's not that, you know, and I don't ever want it to be that, just because, you know, I've kind of seen how people react when they feel like they need something to be fulfilled, you know, so like, but I am preparing for the day that if that were to happen, I'm not panicked and I'm not as ease. It's just like, Shawty says she's pregnant and it's just kind of like, all right, well, it's probably going to be a girl, but let's get it going.
Oh, man, that's funny that you've already thought about that.
Like, let's get it going. But it's like, because she coming, like, I already know, you know what I'm saying? She's coming, she don't know how I'm going to react. So she's just like, yo, hypothetically speaking, she's like, I'm pregnant with this man, this kid. We don't know if he about to be like Future, you know, or if I'm going to be like, hey, all right, you know what I'm saying? Kiss on the cheek, smack on the butt. What we going to, you know what I'm saying? Toys R Us, Baby R Us. Like, what we, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's next? What I got, you know what I mean? She doesn't know. So, you know, again, though, it's not like I feel like I need that. I feel like if that's something that, like, I want, there'll probably be a day where it'll work itself out and I'll have that. But it's nothing that necessarily concerns me, you know. And that's just off the topic of the family situation.
Yeah.
So, but in regards to what do I do to make me feel calm, bro? I do so much, honestly. Like, it's not like one thing I have to do. It's not like if I don't go to the gym, my day is ruined. Now, preferably, I would like to get some type of fitness in, because I just think that that kind of like restarts and clears my head a little bit, whether it's some cardio or whether it's me like physically lifting or whether it's hooping. You know, I would like to get something in just because I feel like it's healthy. But like, yeah, bro, I mean, I can go to the Harris Teeter and get a steak on, like, today's Wednesday. So you know how I'm gonna find peace today? I'm gonna go get food after I leave here. I'm gonna go get food. I'm gonna go to my crib. I'm gonna make it or it's already gonna be made, and I'm gonna turn on Disney Plus and I'm gonna watch Hawkeye.
Okay.
The new episode of Hawkeye. And I'm going to enjoy myself, bro. Like, I'm gonna be like I'm good. But look, after Hawkeye, I'm gonna probably watch another Christmas movie. And like, I'm gonna enjoy the little lights that I put up, you know, and just, I'm gonna be good. Like, it's Wednesday night.
Okay, so you are completely okay being by yourself, being alone, and for long periods of time.
Yeah, like,
now, do you find it awkward or irksome to have to share space with other people?
It depends on the time, because I do at certain times. I have found that I do have issues with people being around during work hours.
Okay,
like. It's like, even if I'm not working, that is, I guess, since it's, you know, for what, a year or two, whatever it is, that has been like the alone time that I've had. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like if I was at a woman's house, I gotta leave at a certain time to be back at my place by this time so that I can get this work done.
Yeah.
And that is just like, or like if she's spending the night at my house, all right, 9:00, I'm a little like, well, she not out the crib. But by like 11, I'm like, yo.
You're protective over this space.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it could be someone like that I have like a relationship with. It's like she like, yo, I can't be here. What the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, I gotta get this done. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't get this done with you just laying in my damn bed right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so like I gotta get to the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So during those hours, probably I don't want to be around anyone, but I'm with like kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Or like scheduling like a time throughout the week to go get like a drink or like to go out to eat or something like that.
And when you do that, you can be there. You can take yourself away and leave work where it's supposed to be. And you're not thinking about you getting back to work.
No. Cause that shit, like it's turned off. 5:00, we turn it off.
Okay.
You got to turn it. You have to.
Okay.
So at 5, it's like, okay, we turn it off. You know, if we going to work out, we going to the gym, we go ahead, we get that in, and then you come back home, you take that shower. That day is done. It's over. It's done. We got everything we need to get done today. We went to work, we got our workout in, and we freshened up what you want to get into.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, are you taking her here? Okay, cool. You know what I mean? And but yeah, at some point it has to get turned off. Like I can't be like, and again, this is something that I've studied too. Like I don't want to burn myself out. Mm-hmm. So it's like, these are the things that I have to do to prevent the burnout, you know, and which is why I was telling you, it's like right now, we just relaxing. Like it's Christmas time. Like right now, it is Christmas. It been Christmas. It's been Christmas this whole goddamn month, you know? So it's just like, doesn't matter. You know, I'm relaxed. I'm not letting nothing make me mad. Nothing's pissing me off. I gotta get these gifts. We're gonna get them. They're gonna be under the tree. I'm gonna probably try to attempt to wrap them myself just by me. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably need a little assistance, but they'll be there under the tree looking pretty. Everybody gonna be happy. Everybody gonna have fun because that's what this month is about. And we gonna relax, and that's just what it's gonna be. Now, you know, the month after that, we'll see how it goes. But you know what I'm saying?
Step by step,
right?
Baby steps.
But yeah, like this month, we relaxed and we good, and we ain't worried about nothing. We not worried about nobody throwing off our equilibrium.
Yes.
If you try to do that, no, not at Christmas. Not at Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And you just leave it alone. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be, it's not nothing.
Okay. You know? So aside from McCarran Till, do you have people that you, that does have a follow-up question. Do you have people or at least a person that you can go and speak to about very difficult things, hard things, emotional things that you that certainly wouldn't open up to about most people or most friends? I hear you talking about going to the gym, doing cardio, lifting weights, and that clearing your head. You listening to certain music, that clearing your head. You watching Hawkeye, that clearing your head. But do you ever just like unload?
I don't think like, nah, bro. I don't even think I'm supposed to do that. Like, I think like this is even like for me, like I
this
feel
is
like
even a stretch.
This is like too much. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like, you know what I'm saying? Like if they get to this point in this, and it's like, dang. You know,
like wow, Austyn has said a lot.
Yeah,
wow,
like this is crazy. Yeah, what I wouldn't even like. And then, but look, hold on. But in my defense, that's what I told you when I said Mikkel and Sil, my counsel. Yeah, like that's why they did counsel, because like if there's anyone that I tell it to, I don't mind telling anything to Mikkel because she's like my sister, you know, and people don't know like our relationship or my relationship with that whole entire family is just real special. So nothing that I come to Mikkel with is any kind of crazy, you know, because she grew up with her brother and you know what I'm saying? He wild, you know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? He cool and we love him and everything, but it's just like he's unique. Yeah. So if I come with a unique problem, it's not nothing to her. And she can help me, you know what I'm saying? She can walk walk me through that situation. They can walk me, the counsel can walk me through that situation to make sure I come out on the other side clean. And I think that that's really important. But that would probably be the closest that I would get.
So you don't have any males. Are you, this is something Keon and I have been talking about. Are you fulfilled in your male relationships?
Yeah. So, okay. Like, yeah, like I think so for sure, especially because I was lucky enough. I got a lot of solid like friends. Even during this journey that I was talking about, you know, with everything that we was doing in 2020 and all of that, like my boy JD was with me, you know what I mean? Through the whole thing, everything. We got everything. We did everything together. And, you know, I got another boy named, you know what I'm saying? He we will work every single day together. Bro, there was a time where like we would literally be submitting applications like together, like 50 today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we talking to each other through this thing. Like, yeah, we gonna get this. We practicing interviews together. We like every process, because without it, bro, like I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably would have went insane. I probably I probably wouldn't have made it, you know, yeah. So you need like some type of support system. I don't think it was necessarily like we having deep talks about like something that's internally bugging me, but it's just like, all right, well, we in this pushing each other. We in here trying to get to this goal, and you're not crazy or insane because, you know, you're here with someone else and they got to get this thing too. And, you know, it's an extra push and stuff like that.
So why do you say you feel like you're not supposed to be doing that? Like this right now, how are you even feeling? Because I'm someone that you never really speak to. So how are you even feeling?
I mean, we speak, like we used to speak probably we probably used to have this kind of conversation like what?
Once a month.
Yeah.
Once a month.
For like years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not like we don't speak. The COVID thing kind of it messed, you know what I'm saying? It messed up our routine. But yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, because you were saying this is a stretch, like this is out of character to some degree. So I'm wondering how you're feeling in this space and time right now.
Like it's kind of like, dang, this don't, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on the internet. Like they know if they can do their homework on you. Again, going back to Mikkel and Seal, she was like, we were joking around about Instagram and stuff like that, and she was like, yeah, but like even if you don't post, we can still build a case on your ass.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, so whoever's out there building a case on me, they got whatever this ends up being worth of content of just straight information, you know what I mean, raw and uncut. I'm giving it to them right now. So you feel like you're giving people ammunition to do what with though exactly? I don't think we giving them ammo necessarily, but it's just like I don't know, when you're not really like open, like one, I just don't feel like I'm supposed to be like open. Like I just feel like I'm just supposed to be getting to it. Like I'm just supposed to get to it. Like whatever's going on in your life, give a fuck, motherfucker, get your ass to work. You know what I mean? Like it's just like that shit doesn't matter. And like you just gotta be able to like make a play. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how you feeling mentally or physically. Like you able to walk. All right, let's go.
Oh yeah, you definitely just working with just straight force. Like that's like you just working with straight force. Like you are just that just seems to be it. Just like tunnel vision, head forward, eyes forward, no left, no right, certainly no back.
Yeah, that's distractions. Like those are all those, you know what I mean? Like, again, you know, I talk about music all the time and stuff like that. But like even in NBA YoungBoy has a song where he's like, if you get distracted, then you lack on the mission.
Okay.
I can't get distracted. I'm not lacking on the mission. You know what I mean? Like I believe all the things that like all the regular things, all the average things, I believe that I'll obtain them in life. Like I believe that like I'm going to look good enough for some girl to be like, all right, I'll let him marry me. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'll let him marry me.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like I believe that, but I also believe and know that a woman needs to feel safe. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything in my...
But so do you.
What do you mean?
You also have to feel safe. I mean, think about some of the things that you're talking about. You're talking about people building the case on you. You're talking about too much information being given. Like, these are things that you need to feel safe about. That, like, people aren't just going to take information from you and then run off and do something. Because it seems like there's, like, some slight level of paranoia in that someone is going to do something dishonorable to you if you give them enough of yourself.
I mean, like, the game's a game. So I think it would be naive of me to just think like every encounter that I, have, I can just talk to them like me and you talking right now.
Mm.
That would be naive of me, because they're going to run back, and maybe they run back and they say whatever. Maybe they don't.
Mm.
Maybe they really, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's probably some people out there or some girl out there that I was probably pillow talking with, and I overshared some shit, but she kept it a band and she never said shit. Never. You know what I mean? But then there's probably some joint out there that I slipped up, said the wrong thing, ran, you know what I'm saying? Put that motherfucker in the group chat while we still laying up. Like, so it's like, it's the game, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All I know is, like, I don't even say like how to protect myself, but it's just, like, I'm okay with, like, okay, maybe like this isn't the safest. Like, I'm okay with that. That's just like, that's the life I chose to live. Like, I probably could have did it a different way. I mean, I probably also could have cut my hair and shaved my beard. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I could have went corporate a little quicker.
What do you think someone has to do in order to gain your trust? Oh, wait, that may have been too deep of a question. You may have been like, nigga, I ain't telling you that. The fuck is you talking about?
I mean,
in front of this microphone right now.
So like, all right, like, here's the thing. And I think it kind of goes back what you was talking about with the outfit. Is you can tell when people are true to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, even me, like with Mikey and like that family, they so special to me and everything, and I love them because everyone's true to themselves. Everyone's true to themselves, and it's whatever, and it's like, I can trust that. You know what I mean? I can trust that. My boy, if he's talking to me and he might not want to get it out at first, but I finally get out the real truth, I've never tripped. I've never tripped once I've heard the truth. I'm like, all right, cool. All right. You know what I mean? Because once you've told me the truth, or once I got the truth out of you, I know I can tell you the truth, and I can be me, and it's all good. Like, it's cool. But it's, you find these people, like you said, kind of what they do with the Balenciagas or whatever. Like, he not true to himself.
Ferragamo's.
Yeah,
I'll be walking on the backs of these. I don't even need these for real. It's just the print. I'm like, bro, no one cares about what you're talking about. He's
not true to himself. Like I wouldn't be, I think today, I probably wouldn't be true to myself if I was wearing, like, button ups and stuff like that. Not trying to knock that, but like, if I was wearing J. Crew today for my job, I don't think that's being true. Like,
it's just funny that you called out J. Crew.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, shout out J. Crew. My bad. I didn't even mean it like that. But
you just made them seem whack as fuck. J. Crew.
You know what I'm saying? But like, that. Like, I get it. You got to wear that to work or whatever. But all right, after work, I'm not gonna have that on. So I do think it's cool. Like, some people probably think I dress tacky. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, all right, I don't care. Like, I don't care if you even think I dress like a bum or can't dress at all. It's fine because it's what I wanted to put on. I had to make it, and it sounds like so like dramatic or whatever, but like, I had to, like, I wanted to become something with my hair. I wanted to become something with my hair because for as long as I've had it, it's been, you're going to have to cut that, right? You're going to have to cut that, right? I don't got to cut shit. I never, you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't have, watch.
That only added to that chip. Yeah. That chip on the shoulder got bigger and bigger. Yeah. Every time somebody told you that.
You got to cut that. You can't have no beard. All right. You know what I mean? And it's not like those people weren't trying to be rude. They weren't approaching me like, oh, you look like a thug. You got to cut your hair. No, they they never seen it before. And they know the people that are decision makers in those places, if they've never seen it before, and I'm walking in here, it don't matter how nice I'm dressed. They don't care about, you know what I'm saying, my chest or my legs or my shoes. They looking at my head and they see hair down my motherfucking back. I don't know about, you know, so yeah, I guess that's something that maybe added to the motivation or something like that, but it's just something that always stuck with me.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, listen, is there anything at all that you came here with on your mind that you wanted to get off, or anything at all that you wanted to ask me before we do these last words?
Trying to think. Question to ask you.
Yeah, I mean, and if not, that's completely fine.
Nah, I don't. Right. But see, this is my problem. I don't got no good questions. Like, I don't have.
Well, first and foremost, let me let you know that most people don't. Just in general, people don't. Right. Yeah, it's just that's not really a thing. That's not really a thing. So you have to leave the people with some last words. Everybody's required to. It can be about anything we talked about today. It could be something random that just pops into your mind. But the last thing that you would like people to hear from you on this episode 94, by the way.
So
we soaring.
So if I say it right now, is that it? Like, we done talking? All right, because I'm about it. So we done.
Oh, you about to do it?
Well,
you about to do something?
Nah. I was just trying to figure it out. But nah, man, I don't really have, you know, no wise words or anything. I just feel like, you know, going through life, the best way to do that is just no surprises for the prepared mind. So, you know, just try to be as prepared. Yeah, so just try to be as prepared as possible. And, you know, life gonna throw you curveballs, but you're gonna have something in the bag for that. So, yeah, no surprises for the prepared mind.
No surprises for the prepared mind. I like that. I don't think I heard that one before. Not put that way. Where'd you get that?
My pops. Yeah, he used to always say that shit, like no surprises for the prepared mind. So
well done. My last words for the people. I love you all. That's all. Episode 94. It's been a good time. Thank you for coming and doing this, especially feeling the way that you do about opening up about things. That's something, I'm sorry, that it has to be said. Especially for coming and doing this for as long as we've been doing this. This is about 2 hours. And yeah, this is crazy because you don't talk to any fucking body. You sit in the house and work. So this is crazy. All right, thanks a lot, man. Honestly,
no problem, dog.
Thank you. Peace.